Thanks for clicking on the Morning Swim Show. This is the interview segment for Thursday, June 25th, 2009. I'm your host, Peter Bush, and we have a pair of interviews for you today. American distance swimmer Kate Ziegler talks about her recent ups and downs in the second half of the show. But first, Jeff Cummings caught up with Cal Berkeley coach Teri McKeever at the Tier Swim Meet of Champions last weekend in Mission Viejo.
Hey, Peter, I'm here with Teri McKeever, the head coach of the Cal women's swim team, and Teri, most people may not know this, but you were on the cover of the May issue of Swimming World magazine, celebrating with the Cal Bears winning the NCAA championships, but you were also featured in our magazine as an age group swimmer, one of the age group swimmers of the month. Not many swimmers get to do that, go on to be a coach and get on the magazine cover. I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, it's, the history of Swimming World magazine is magnificent.
So you may not know this, Teri, you may not feel this way, but, a lot of people see you as a pioneer among women's coaches, being the first female coach to win an NCAA championship and also coaching at the Olympics. And now you got Dorsey Tierney coaching at the Arizona State University with the men and women's team and Courtney Sheely-Hart doing the same. How does that make you feel in terms of how women coaches are being able to evolve in high positions?
I mean, I think it's great that more women are getting that kind of opportunity, and I've been given the opportunity to be assistants and grow just like I had the opportunity, and that universities and programs are taking a look at finding the best coach for their campus, and it's been fun to see the evolution of that, I think, and then also just I think there's a lot to learn from, I said this earlier, men and women, kind of view life differently, and I think that's a great thing about it. And so, my job sometimes is to tap into that more masculine side and bring that to the table. And I would imagine a male coach sometimes got to kind of check in and get in touch with that female side, or have someone that can, because coaching is about building relationships and building respect and trust, and I think the more effective you are at that, whether you're male or female, the more effective educator and coach and teacher you'll be. I
think a lot of male coaches out there may not be happy to hear that they have to get in touch with their feminine side, but yeah,
they have to. But I think though that if your part of your constituents are female, then there's a part that hopefully you're always trying to kind of figure out, how do I inspire this young lady or this young person to get them to believe in themselves, and sometimes maybe they don't have to do it themselves, but if you have a wife or a great assistant or something that can help you with that, I think it's can be pretty powerful. So. And
for you, coaching has got to be an evolution along with your swimmers. What are you still learning in the sport?
Oh, I personally just love the team building, the relationship building, the technical aspect of it. I love thinking about a great workout, or looking at someone swim and trying to figure out, okay, what can we do on a daily basis that's going to help this person improve, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I think it's not an exact science either. I mean, that's the part I like too, that it's educated guesses over and over again, and I said this before, like no day's the same, and I feel so fortunate that I have a job and have had a career where every day is a little bit different. Every day brings new successes, new challenges, new failures, and you get to kind of reinvent yourself from season to season, from week to week, from meet to meet even, and I find that personally very stimulating. So I feel pretty fortunate that that's what my life looks like.
So you've got a lot of star swimmers, as you said, getting ready for meets this next month. Dana Vollmer's got a chance to go to World Championships. You got some kids going to World University Games, but there's that one star swimmer out there who's taking some time off now, the Coughlin. Have you guys talked about when she might be coming back into the pool?
Yeah, she actually about the last 3 or 4 weeks has been coming in about 2 or 3 times a week and training with us and lifting weights and just kind of getting back into it. I think she's getting a little itch to get back in, which is great. And I think it was really important for her to take a break and reset and refocus and obviously get married and move make a big step in that for part of her life. And I really think that this is going to allow her to to continue to get better and grow and progress. She's been doing a lot of running, so she's been really enjoying that. And Natalie's a constant learner, and that's one of the things why I think she and I have done so well together is she just is always looking at something new and something different to do. And it's been an off year as far as competing, but I think it's still been a year of process and evaluation, and I'm very proud of her for staying engaged in that.
Well, it's one of the greatest swimmer-coach relationships that we've seen, at least in this modern era. Coach Teri, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Jeff Cummings interviewing Coach Teri McKeever. Let's take a short break now, and we will be back with the Kate Ziegler interview.
Down, 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 down. There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season.
You get more power and more space. The world gets fewer smog-forming emissions. The third-generation Prius. It's harmony between man, nature, and machine.
Welcome back to the show. Kate Ziegler has been one of America's most promising distance swimmers since she burst onto the scene a few years ago. But she struggled to live up to the expectation. Ziegler sat down with Brent Rudemeller in Mission Viejo. Here's some of that interview where she talks about the pressure she was under last year.
Did expectations change all of a sudden when you were the world record holder? Were you still swimming for yourself, or was something happening?
Things slowly changed, and I don't even know if I realized it at the moment, but suddenly, because I broke the world record in 1500, well, of course, the next expectation is, break it in the 800. And at least that's what I felt like the expectations were. And I started focusing on everyone else, and I started getting really nervous. And for the longest time, I had so much success because it was just, I was relaxed. I swam for myself. I went up there to do my best time, to do the best I could, and I let all those stresses and the pressures kind of take a hold of me. And that's why I think, my swimming started kind of getting a little shaky.
Well, then, obviously it's a great thing to represent the United States at the Olympics, and there you were in Beijing. And after the Beijing experience, what did you draw from all of that?
I learned a lot about myself. I think one of the biggest things is I just kind of started to accept myself. I had kind of looked at myself as, I'm this swimmer. If I swim poorly, I'm going to disappoint all these people. I'll be a disappointment. Kind of myself, I'll be a disappointment. But that was not the case at all. I learned to just go back to why I love swimming, just the competition, the excitement of it, the fun, all the friends that I've made, and just to do it for myself. Go back to that, and kind of, I've never been so relaxed, and that's a really nice thing,
You look like you were just having so much fun out here, but there was a period of time where we were concerned, I think the whole swimming community, that you may not come back into swimming.
It was a legitimate concern. I certainly considered not swimming. I was really burnt out at the Olympics and afterwards, and it wasn't fun. Swimming wasn't fun anymore. And I'd always said, I'll swim as long as it's fun. And so I knew I wasn't ready to quit. I wasn't going to quit because I swam poorly at the Olympics or anything like that. It was just I wasn't enjoying it. So I took a break, and it's been really recently that it's been fun again. And that's why I love being out here. It's a totally, 2 years ago I was breaking the world record. This year I'm getting back into shape. It's a totally different situation, but it's just as fun. And that's the best part of it.
You can see Brent's full interview with Kate Ziegler in the digital version of the August Swimming World magazine. And that's the show for today. I'm Peter Bush. Thanks for watching.